Hey everybody, welcome into the Puggle Reborn channel. I'm your host Reborn, and we are going to be playing Battle Brothers Legends mod today. One of my pure favorite games ever is the Battle Brothers game altogether. I absolutely love it. I started playing Legends mod about 400, maybe 500 hours ago now, and it's been so hard to go back. Their updates have been fantastic. Right now we got the update, or let's see here, we're at, I think it's this one right here, but anyways, 12.706. I'm pretty sure that's right, either that or it's the top one. Either way, that's where we're at today. I know that there is a new one that they just released not terribly long ago, but we are going to continue with this one. It wasn't that big of an update, I don't believe. But moving on, we have plenty of options for our origin today, and I have decided, as you can already see, I've decided to go with Beast Slayers. Now, just so you know, we will do other ones in the future based on the Legends side of it. Excuse me. But like, the reason I'm not doing these ones just yet is because I want to explore what's new in the Legends mod with Beast Slayers. And what that is not only the legendary beasts, which by the way are ultra late game predators. This is insane. These guys are insane. It's like facing I don't even know. I mean, it's a cross between the Kraken and I don't know. They're incredible though. The beasts are actually really difficult. So, but we'll get into that later. The big thing about the Legends mod, which changed, is the Rune Stones. Rune Stones are incredible. They are awesome. Absolutely love it. You can add it to weapons, armor, your shields. It gives you bonuses. I'll show you that at a later date as well. So we are going to do a Beast Slayers Let's Play. If you do have any questions about some of the other Let's Play or the other origins and stuff, by all means please ask. I will be releasing a video on the Legends mod. Maybe we'll do one, we'll do like an overall what the Legends mod is, and then we'll get into like the next, all the updates and what's new to the Legends mod, just to keep people up to date. We're gonna have the Beast Ledger. That's gonna be our name, and the reason for the Beast Ledger is because, as I will read in our, once we get started, it will say at the very end what the ledger is all about. We're going to keep off permadestruction. I don't have a map seed. This is going to be what it is, but what's going to make it neat, I'll show you in the next clip here, actually. But right here, we're going to go, I felt like this was the most appropriate flag. There are some other ones that I really like, but the reason, this banner, I should say, the reason the banner is we're going to have this one, the first off, the lindworm, that looks like a limworm. When I see that, and then also the beast skull and the different teeth it looks like are along the edge here. I absolutely love that. I just think it fits the criteria of a company that's turning into like a Beast Slayers turning into mercenaries. So in terms of difficulty, we're gonna go veteran practically across the board. You can now, as you can see at the bottom here with the difficulty, it says default vanilla linear enemy scaling, but extending up to 27 brothers instead of 12. Now, while that might seem like a massive advantage, I could say yes, it is. But I played ultra late game on veteran, I've played it on beginner, and I can tell you right now, there is a massive jump, okay? Your 27 bros, it scales with the 27. So you can, like, every fight that I usually have in my other gameplay, I'm facing a mass amount of enemies. So that's why we're gonna, that's one thing that you're it's kind of an odd situation. If you do like Legend, or if you do like Battle Brothers and you want to try the Legends mod and you want something really difficult, Legendary is the way to go. I actually want to just read this quick because it's very unique. Each enemy gains a series of new perks: zombies with 9 lives, Battleforged orcs, and nimble limworms. Yes, nimble limworms, as if they weren't tough enough. This just to me seems like too much. For the hardcore gamers, I'm not a hardcore gamer. I am the type who usually learns by trial and error. However, Battle Brothers had so much, I wasted a lot of time in Battle. I didn't waste a lot of time. I had a lot of fun, obviously, but I wasted a lot of time in Battle Brothers trying to determine what was my favorite strategy compared to understanding what the weapons and all the enemies had in store. So I did kind of break the mold of what I used to do to now. So it's still a great experience. I hope to show that with my playthroughs. The final thing is the starting funds here, the high starting funds. High starting funds is not the same as normal as the base game. We have 750 gold starting out, half of the ammo at 15 to 30, 10 of 20 meds, 10 of 20 armor parts, and a stash of 60, plus starting bonuses depending on who you have in your party, which we will go over at a different time. Again, stay tuned to that one video that explains everything. We're not doing Iron Man. You can change all of this stuff here. The width of the map, the settlements, the map length, or height I should say, the factions. I would love to change all this, but I feel like there needs to be one more update that counteracts a lot of this stuff. I changed the sliders in the past, and it seems that I can't get past day like 100 to 120 without having issues. So we might do that in the future, but not today. The next thing too, we're gonna have a fog of war on, so we don't know what the world has in store for us, and we are gonna have decked out citadels because, well, I like trading. I think that's a great aspect of the game. And dynamic perk trees. We are gonna have the Legends mod perk trees on today. Gender equality, I did take that off because they do have very cool, unique, new, I guess I'm gonna call them sisters then. They have unique sisters that we can have a part of our band. I don't need to see everybody mixed together. A hedge knight that's a female. I can make a female hedge knight. Just wait until we can get a shield maiden. I'll show you a pretty sweet sister. So we don't need everybody, that intermingling. It doesn't matter much to me. I like the rules that have already been set in place. And then finally we're gonna have some magic, which ultimately changes a lot of this gameplay. Rune Stones will be 10 times rarer if you don't have this, but we have a modifier being that we are beast slayers. So the campaign is starting off, and again, we are the Beast Ledger. Okay, the Beast Slayers. You met a man in his home. He offered food, drink, and the contract at hand. Kill the witch of the forest, and you will be paid in sum. You and your men set out and did just that, bringing back the wench's head. But your employer only laughed upon your return. He said it was the witch who put him in power, and that you had freed him of his debts to her. That he outsmarted you and your stupid men. His lackeys stepped out of the shadows. Their swords were already drawn. The ambush started upon the criminal's arrogance and ended with his head cleared off his shoulders. But it came at a cost of many of your fellow beast slayers, leaving only yourself and all these other people. We're gonna change the names of these people here. Monsters of this world are often kept out of sight. The cruelties of man hide behind the blind allegiance, the horrors of beasts behind dark legends. As the leader of a band of beast slayers, it has become steadily more apparent that you no longer differentiate between the two. If you are to make coin hunting creatures, then you might as well add more to the pot by adding men to the ledger. Hence why ledger's there. Which is very true because, we're going to be starting in the south. Fog of War, as you can see. For some reason though, I don't know why, but we're not at 750, so technically this is more of like a medium start. That's interesting. Let's re-establish ourselves here. Okay. Alright, so before we get into all of this, let's look at our guys and see what we're really... okay. This is called luck, my friends. Iron Lungs. Well, I absolutely love Iron Lungs. And we have a star in melee defense, and we have 2 stars in melee, a star in fatigue. This is beautiful. Beautiful start. Impatient as well. I don't know why I didn't even look at that, but impatient. Very, very cool. This is huge, though. I mean, I think everybody who plays would agree, or that I've spoke to at least, that Iron Lungs is the best trait that you can have for a character. Let's look at the next guy. We won't change the name just yet. Fearless, that's fantastic, especially since that would have been 35 otherwise, so that's great. And Determined starting out. Determined's one of my favorite starting traits as well. It's a great way to go into battle with those bonuses to your stats. This is great too. A star in melee. I absolutely love fatigue in this game. I probably put a little too much fatigue in things than I should, but what the heck? Why are you 72 melee skill? And they want you to be an archer, and I understand the 2 stars. You might be an axe thrower at the end of the game. Fatigue, though. Oh, that's because of your ribs, fractured ribs. Wow. Well, guys, this is quite the start. This is really shocking to me. I'm not really sure how to handle that. Well, I do have the Fangshire. Of course, I do support the devs. I think they are incredible. This game is beyond my words to explain of how thankful I am that they did make this. We will give it to our archer. Technically, we got other guys that would be better at archery, but let's get everybody kind of set up here. Let's start with the Beast Slayer. So this guy is clearly the primary guy. Let me go back. I just want to look at stats quick one more time. So this guy will probably end up on the front line based on his stats. I like this guy for what he is. I do. But he's got more promise being what he's holding right now. And in terms of fatigue, we take away this. We're at 109. Take away this. Yeah. So there's quite a big jump here. We're 95. What is it? 95? Yeah, 95. Okay. This just increases the Traveler Sash. It just increases 3 more inventory slots. We'll take that, no problem. Okay. Well, let's just see what we got once we get our upgrades through and through. Obviously, like I said, I do want to get our fatigue up. We're definitely going to put stats where it counts in melee skill. The hit points, that's very attractive, but I am heavily about defense. Range defense, and especially in veteran and expert difficulty, is good. But I'm torn here. I'm torn. We're not always going to pull that. If we can get to 9 right away, but hit points, 60 is solid. I got to go with 60. I like to have all my brothers at 60 or higher. We are Beast Slayers. Now, my strategy is a little bit different than most people. I do ask that you guys just be respectful towards this playthrough. This is my first time recording, actually, as well. So I'm going to do my best to give you great content, but also from my perspective, things that I just want to have fun with. We are Beast Slayers. I'm not looking at the ultra end game and saying that's what we're purposely going at. I want the ultra end game, but I want to do it in the way that we are Beast Slayers making our way there. We are rolling into the mercenary world and being the best that we can be. With that being said, I feel like Pathfinder makes the most sense for a Beast Slayer. And this Beast Slayer is actually a very interesting guy. I do like this stats. I'm going to keep it with the title of Beast Slayer. Normally I'll change that, but what do we call him? I am a pug connoisseur. I love pugs, and I have 3 pugs myself. I want to give some sort of like pug twist. Puggo is going to be, he's going to be the champion. I always have a champion in my band of mercenaries. So Puggo will be the champion. We haven't determined that yet, so someone will change their title to that at some point. We could just give it to somebody. We could just give it to this guy here. But he does have Brawny. Maybe we should do that. Let me go back here real quick. This might be a change in strategy per se. I do want an effective brother. You know, with his health being where it's at, and this guy. Okay, we're gonna just do it. We're gonna give Puggo is going to be the Beast Slayer. It does make sense in the end. Sorry. It's a little dark in the room right now, so bear with me on my typing. Okay, Puggo. Puggo the Beast Slayer. Fantastic. And then Gottfried, we're gonna give you the This is a fun. I was writing. I don't have this book finished by no means, but I was writing a book at one time. It's a short story almost, I should say. And it was about a pug named Gus, and I'm going to go with Gus. Gus, and we'll give, every player will get a, a second, like a title, whatever they call it. What is it called? A title, yes. They will get a title at some point, but we have to figure out what it is that gives them that title. Alright, so obviously, like I said before, Pathfinder is a good one. So we're going to go Pathfinder. Believe it or not, Crippling Strikes has evolved in my mind over time. I do not think, if you're playing the game purely for the late game, this isn't a perk that I won't go to, really, if I'm being honest. I won't go for this perk, but being what we're playing, I like the idea of causing injuries, so we might go this route down the road. Backstabbing Perk, just as a heads up, we will go with Backstabbing Perk. I love the maximum effort of this perk, because in the later game, as the game does scale in the Legends mod that I've noticed, it becomes more apparent that even though you have a brother that's 85, 90 melee skill, they tend to have what seems to be a debuff, even like the archeries. I could be wrong, and if the people who made the Legends mod want to comment on the video, please, by all means do. Excuse me, sorry, hit the mic there. So, moving on with that, we're definitely going melee skill. We're going to go, I have to go this route here. I have to go melee defense. And we want to get hit points up at some point. I want to focus still. We don't really need the max fatigue, but if we're at like a 3, maybe we'll go a different route. But for now, I want to stick to getting that fatigue up and outfitting our brothers for the mid to late game. Markward. We're gonna Markward. For some reason, I was thinking Squidward. That'd be something. We're gonna call you. Okay, this is a weird name I came up with in a different playthrough. But we're going to go with Bandai. I don't know why. I don't know where I came up with that name. Bandai, I like it. Something about the name, I don't know what it is. I just like the name. So Bandai, whatever the heck you are, I have no idea what this is. This is nuts. This melee skill. It's almost a disservice for him to be using a bow right now. In fact, we're gonna change that. We will change that. Obviously not at the moment. We're having rolls like that. I do see this being a big issue. The hit points, that is extremely low. I think that's the lowest end you can be in terms of that. The fatigue, I would like to see higher. This is tough. Being there's a star, we're gonna find this more often. Let's give him some more hit points. We want to keep him alive, and in doing so, let's go this route here. We're gonna change it up just a bit. He'll be fine where he's at with this ability. Actually, Puggo might be the guy to do that early on. Interesting. That defense too. You know what? We're gonna change it up again. Sorry, slow start to the video, but we will make progress. I guarantee you that. Okay. In terms of healing, we will give you the healing portion of this. Oops. We want to keep the boar spear, obviously, on him. This is problematic, though. We want to get this stuff healed up. Everybody needs to be healed up in order to continue. But let's see. Again, nice thing that we are seeing right off the bat is there is a landmass of water. One thing that you can... Okay, this is in part kind of cheating. So there is one settlement. It has to be mid-continent to the north side that you can sail all the way to. That could be beneficial. Obviously, look at everything else. There's a lot of settlements along the river or along the water, so it's still beneficial. We still have plenty of money. We should jump in, at least get somebody else. A guy, this is pretty cool. 10% to the bartering skill. If we did end up getting it. Obviously, as you can see, the tool stash, that's what we're getting with this character if we pick them up. Alrighty. It wouldn't be bad to have a tailor for the fact that we have the wolf pelts, so he could turn something in. But the idea of that happening, just assuming that's going to happen, is very, very slim. Okay, let's go with Diet Helm. Oh, I hate buying brothers like this. But we're going to do it. We need to survive the early game. You are dastard, and you have a fear of beast. Holy cow, but that melee skill gets you some of that, and your defense. Okay. This sucks. This brother ultimately... these are some dang good rolls for finding characters right off the bat. But I'm not a fan still, obviously. That's probably entailed within itself. Well, let's protect our guys. Again, we need to change this out here. We're gonna give that to you. You get this. You get this. That looks terrible, and I don't want him to get hurt, but at the same time. Yeah, that's right, you have the dog. He'll carry the dog, and in terms of him dying, that would be beneficial that we have a dog that will just pop out and start tearing him up. That's okay with me. Let's see. Bludgeoned would be good. I'm just trying to think with the money. We're at 61. Let's just see what they want here. Okay. So we gotta follow the tracks. That one we're definitely gonna do that. But in order to do that, we're gonna need ways to defend ourselves. That should be plenty of help. This off to the side. Well, between the two, he's gonna have the better defense in terms of just the absolute starter. So we'll give him just the shield there. I don't know that he needs the boar shield just because of his initial stats, so we will maximize our chance to hit like this. I do see the importance of having the helmet. That's actually pretty cheap. Let's do it. Protect everybody. Everybody should be protected. Even a guy that I just don't see later game, especially because you're afraid of beasts, dude. You just joined a beast slayer. You shouldn't even put your head out for that. Hey guys, you know, like, okay, sure. With all that being said, let's go take on our first fight. Okay, obviously we have to unlock our camp too. I just want to see if we can get more. Oh, you're just gonna stand there on the road. Nice. Okay, 6 brigands, I think it was. I did not see it. I just jumped right in for the kill. Why is everybody wavering a little bit already? That's not good. Well, let's let them walk in. Our biggest fear in terms of this is out of these weapons, I'd say these 2 weapons are the worst that we have to worry about. And still, you know, the flail alone is just dangerous early like this, but let's see what we can come up with. Let's let everybody else come forward. We might just throw the dog out right at the beginning. But let's, oh boy, what's the chance for a one-shot kill? Very good. Okay, not good, but throw the dog out at least. There we go. Good shot, dog. I don't want him to be able to have 2 hits. Oof, and we missed our first 2. Oh, beautiful. Bite to the neck, I bet. Sometimes it tells you what had happened, breaking, killed. Okay, well, they're all breaking either way. Dang. I don't want him to be able to hit me. There we go. Very good. Holy cow, Bandai just died. I did not expect that, honestly. I didn't expect him to die that quick. Okay. Well, okay, we are missing. Perfect. He's running. I'll just take it. That's good. Okay, That is obviously really unfortunate. But that's Battle Brothers for you. I'm not going to save scum everything. I will back up if we get caught in a situation that's... Yeah, run the ball. We will back out if, you know, I'm not playing Iron Man. I don't expect to play perfect. And being the first playthrough, this stuff is going to happen. I just hope I don't... Good, I didn't lose this. We did get some good... This tip staff is actually really nice. Okay. So, collect our pay. They are not liking what had happened. I don't blame them. 16%, that's not good. Well, the worst case scenario, we end up losing. I didn't end up saving beforehand, so this is a little bit problematic. But I will still end up surviving. We'll get through this. Resolve, we could bring up the resolve. I do want to get that melee skill up as much as we can. And defense, I'm just going to even out defense just so we're on par again. And, oh, you do not have the ability. Okay, well, student is perfectly fine in my book. Let's get better gear. We're going to have you with the tip staff underneath everything. And at some point, oh yeah, there's no harbor either. This could be not helpful for us. Being the situation, we're just gonna put some gold out so that we can get to a different town. I want to go to a settlement like this. So we are going to travel quickly and hope. Yes, perfect. Makes hardship of the day disappear. Sure as heck didn't seem like it took away the hardship. Okay. Okay, well. Okay, guys. Well, they're taking it pretty dang hard. Can't say I blame them. But here's to hoping everything goes well. Monk is vastly important, as I'm sure you can imagine. And this is pretty decent. The only thing is, I would rather see range skill of 2. Because if it's at 40 or... let's just say worse, he's not putting himself in good shoes. These guys are amazing. He might not have his you know what, but this guy is going to be causing some serious damage. Not a fan of the washerwomen, I mean. They come with some good things that add to our band of mercenaries, but not enough to be I don't know. Yeah, not a fan of that. We're gonna go with this. I think what benefits we do get are fantastic. Oh, insecure. We are just not pulling. Oof, and that defense. At least he has 2 stars in these. The fatigue is alright. This isn't exactly the best start that you could ask for, but we're continuing nonetheless. Okay. Oh yeah, we should probably name him something now. Alright, well, let's not announce the whole world. We'll call him, well, some guys should have a title. We'll call this one just the most generic dog name ever, Max. I feel like this is a Jim Carrey thing. Let's make him interesting. That's actually 2X. Wow, what a guy. We'll call him the Missing. I can't see anything. Oh, my hand placement is terrible. Alright, the Missing. Max the Missing. No reason why? No reason whatsoever. Alright. Let's see what else we got. Okay, secure the barracks. Actually, that's going to be a pretty easy one and not time consuming. We do have a chance to go chase down some guys and also a personal delivery, which we will hopefully be able to do that after this one. We're just going to do a few simple things. We'll get this fight out of the way, see where we're at, and probably end the episode at that point. But oh yeah, that's right, let's upgrade. Okay, these guys actually have a few things that we can benefit from in terms of a camp. Whenever you go to these certain towns, you can upgrade your camp, as you can see here. We have all of these so far, and we can upgrade them, get them a lot farther along than they are. But I do want to see how injured are we. Probably smart to get some rest here. So let's do that. We're gonna get these guys all healed up. And hopefully nobody leaves. If they leave, we might have to... There we go. Okay, so everybody's healed up. Time to get moving. And these guys are a little unhappy. But nonetheless, let's continue. Let's get this barracks. This might be a good town. This actually, I'm going to give it kind of an edge if we get these towns. This town has some value to it. I would like to move over here. Let's just wait. And this could be a mistake because they're, granted, their range isn't exactly novel, but still. Okay, let's continue here. We'll wait. Yeah, good. Good deal. All right. Ooh, that would have been... Oh, I messed that up, but that's all right. We can go like this. Good deal. Put the dog out. Hopefully put him out of his misery. Perfect. That should give us... There it is. That's what I was looking for. And that's not good. We do have a negative range defense on some of our guys. Sweet. Okay. Alright. Both heads are exposed. I'm going to wait for one reason in particular. If I take this attack, and we'll hop down. There we go. And hope. Yeah, that wasn't very favorable. Oof. That actually be. We should. I want to go after that gear. I feel like if we can farm that, that would be pretty sweet. We should probably attack too. There we go. Let's go. The dog. What's your name? We didn't even say Spirit. War dog. Actually, I don't know that I've seen Spirit before as one of the names. So I will take that. Oof. There we go. And let's move in. Perfect. I'm gonna have you come off to the side. We do want to still be careful about this. As great as it is, we're still at a lower end of the game. So, there we go. The bash gives us the daze, which is perfect. Ooh, really spamming that. There we go. He can't do anything. He is a lost cause, and that's what I like to see. Take the advantages. I'll tell you guys, don't ever feel like you can't take that advantage. Take the advantages while you have them. You know, losing brothers is part of this game. It sucks. That one was a pretty good one too. I don't even... Not Gus. It was Gus, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Who was it? I've already forgotten the names. Oh, that's right. We never did change him. We're going to call him... Oh, it was Bandai. You know what? This is kind of weird. But in honor of Bandai, we're going to bring him back. Bandai. Here we go. We'll go. Bandai the Second. That is messed up if you're really getting down to the bones of it. Okay, Gus. Hey, I'm all about getting you farther along. Love that 3. Continue with this one. We need the health. There might have been a better chance to go somewhere else, but that Fearless is going to help us at our bottom line in terms of resolve. Again, we are Beast Slayers. We need to take the advantage. I love Backstab as a perk itself. It's okay. It's okay to disagree. That's just where I stand on it. And I just realized that the other guy was an archer. So, Puggo, what are you going to give us? This is beautiful, actually. We're gonna... Oh, see? Look at that. Once again, this range defense just taunting me. But we're gonna go with the fatigue. I want to get it over at least 100 there, as you can see. He does... you don't have the ability that I'm thinking of. You don't have the backstab. That's okay, obviously. It's not the end of the world. I mean, this doesn't have to be everybody who has it, but I'm going to go with quick hands. So we can specialize him either way. He might not be the champion, which is unfortunate being that we wanted to have it be that way. And then in terms of the outfit, we're going to just kind of switch around a little bit. Just so that way, if we do get into a fight, these guys in the back line, they don't actually need that right now. So, yeah, take the benefits while you can, as I say. Alright, moving on. Yeah, that's right, I forgot the caravan members. Bringing us to, let's go back, collect our pay. We'll quickly get into the next. I want to do this one, and then we'll call it for today's videos. It would be nice to have another brother, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna, oh my. I'm willing if you're able. Torhelm the Fisher. Oh boy, that is exciting. That is very exciting, guys. That is exciting for starting out. And 50, yeah, whatever. But we're talking 35 to 40 in terms of the final. Again, bottom line, the 10 defense. Again, adding more flavor to him. He's gonna have the range defense for sure. And starting out fatigue, 107. I can deal with that, no problem. However, where we're having trouble is, I do need a brother on the front line. I don't want to use that, but we're gonna have to compromise a little bit for a moment. Keep him alive. Yeah, that 15 is very useful. Oh, Gus, my man, my boy. What are we doing here? We're gonna have to give you this. I need to keep. I really want to keep this guy alive. I'm just saying. He has the potential to be very dangerous. Yeah, let's go like this. I don't know what's. They're probably gonna filter to the side. Maybe we go like that. I'm being probably a little overcautious about that, and that's fine. But yeah, we want to be. I just want to be ready. Rabble, yes. Okay, so if you don't know about Rabble, they are a lower tier of thugs now. Believe it or not, you probably thought, oh, there can be a lower tier? Yes, it's pathetic, but it's awesome. It's good for just the farming ability, and they do come a lot of times to surround you. It's the surround that you need to be worried about. Okay, I think we're gonna get right into it. Oh yeah, blunt damage, my favorite damage. Okay, keep that. 4 starters. Before again, this is just based on we need to get the kills. Boom, 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 just like so. They need to be quick. There we go. And we've got kind of a situation up here. I don't know, I don't want to lose guys right off the bat because of this. This is exactly who I wanted to save. But in order to do that, we're going to need to just buy a little bit of time. As you can see, 1 bite kills with the War Dog. Ooh, okay. Oh, there we go. I would like his armor a lot. Not happening though. Okay. Alright, how do we want to do? Well, the dog I think is going to take care of this on his own. Let's put the numbers together. This is a numbers game. Yeah, I just can't. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. You have really good, or his stuff is comparable. Oh, that 50%. Okay. Yeah, we'll deal with that. I'm okay with all that. I'm gonna wait. I really, really want his gear. Oh, come on. There. This is dangerous here. This is a dangerous fight for them. Oof. Oh, this is stupid. I did this in one of my playthroughs before. I had this same situation, and it did not pan out the way I was hoping. Let's hope that there is a change. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, God. Okay. Oh. Max. Jeez. Okay. That's not good. We do have the high ground. Oh, come on. Come on, dog. There we go. Okay, so again, this is the deaths already are not in our favor, and that's okay. That's okay, believe it or not. Hopefully he just got struck down. Was that Puggo? No, it was Max. It was Max. No, was it Puggo? You know what? We're just gonna find out the hard way. If he ended up dying, again, not the end of the world. Oh, Bandai. This is ridiculous. I thought it was Bandai. What the heck? We're gonna have like 27 Bandais. In the worst way possible. That is hilarious. Cracks me up. That is just stinking hilarious. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's terrible, but it's funny. I thought Max died though for some reason. All right. Well, I mean, you will never be. This is not a forever character. I can promise you that right now. But we need to keep him benefiting the party, and being a benefit is giving him beneficial things. I'm really trying here. I'm really trying to figure out what we're gonna do about this. All right. Our guys are still great. I think Puggo is fine where he's at. We want to give our guys the best opportunity. This is going to be the best. And finally, the Glaive. The Glaive is, in a sense, the same thing as a spear. The only thing is, it comes with 10% hit chance, and if you have a specialization towards these weapons, you get the 5. So, that's where we're at on that. Let's get our pay. We'll accept this next quest. Ooh, there's another one that just came available. Oof. 1 day to the north. There's 100. Well, we're going to accept this one here. Alright, guys. Thanks for coming out to the Puggo Reborn channel, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.